Welcome to the Sovereign Teacher. I teach spiritual integration, self-mastery, and co-creation. Through tarot, family constellations, A Course in Miracles, embodiment, and I'm now dabbling in a little bit of astrology, though I'm not really, I don't know a lot about astrology yet, but I'm getting really into it because I find that astrology kind of validates my emotional states. I'm very sensitive and intuitive as a Pisces sun, Aries moon, Aquarius rising. And it just really, like, when I look at the astrology, I'm like, oh my God, okay, that's why I'm feeling what I'm feeling. Okay, anyway, so I'm going to tell you a little bit about the astrology of the day. Today is May 15th, 2026. I believe this is the anniversary of my divorce. I think it was May 15th last year. And this is from Pisces Moonbeam Astrology and Energy Oracle Readings, and I found them on Facebook, and I really like how they describe the astrology. So the moon is moving into Taurus tomorrow, but right now, the moon in Taurus is squaring Pluto in Aquarius. Taurus wants comfort, predictability, and peace. Pluto in Aquarius pushes for change, truth, and shifts in perspective. At the same time, Mars is conjunct Chiron. Chiron is the wounded healer. Today and tomorrow. So Mars rules action, anger, motivation, passion, conflict, and reaction. Chiron is connected to wounds, healing, insecurities, and vulnerability. This combination can bring old frustrations and emotional wounds to the surface. So people may be more reactive, defensive, impatient, emotional, or easily triggered. The moon is also sextile the north node in Pisces and trine the south node in Virgo. The south node in Virgo is connected to old patterns of overthinking, perfectionism, hyper-control, emotional suppression, anxiety, overworking, self-criticism, and trying to fix everything mentally before allowing yourself to feel it emotionally. The North Node in Pisces is asking for the opposite of that, basically, which is emotional surrender, intuitive softness, trust, spiritual alignment, emotional honesty, and allowing things to unfold rather than forcing outcomes. And the moon is harmonizing both of those nodes. So again, that is all from Pisces Moonbeam Astrology and Energy Oracle Readings. And I found them on Facebook. I don't know where else they are, but I loved that. It's so clear. Okay, so let's do a tarot reading to see if we can get more information about the astrology for today and how we can work with this energy. So first I'm going to get from my Divine Beloved deck. Okay, things were just jumping out at me. But what I felt this morning, the first thing that came to me, you're most clear in the morning. Your spirit is talking to you like right before you wake up and right before you fall asleep is when your spirit talks to you. And I think something interesting that I found out as a therapist, I was sitting in a session with a psychiatrist and they were talking about somebody who heard voices. And they said, well, when do they hear the voices? Are they hearing the voices in the middle of the day, or are they hearing them like in the morning or at night, like when they're falling asleep? And they said they're hearing them during the day. So that's a sign, that's more of a sign of schizophrenia or some kind of psychotic break. And even, we don't even know what that is really, but if you're hearing like voices or something like that in the early morning or late at night, that's more of your spirit or maybe even ancestors talking to you or spirit guides. So I thought that was really interesting. Okay, so we got beauty. Let me show you that one again. Beauty. Sacred self. Attachment. and heart. I allow love to lead. Okay, so we're going to go through all those, but I just wanted to tell you what came to me this morning. I wasn't hearing voices, but what came to me first was all of the people that I love so much and I'm so close and closely connected with. Just feeling all of that love, and for those people that are like my closest circle. And they just came into my awareness this morning. And then, what else was it? I feel like there was something else. Well, maybe that will come later. Anyway, let's do a little prayer. So however you pray, we'll get into prayer position and we'll use these divine beloved oracle cards to pray. So Beauty says, I am a spark of divinity. And then here's the prayer part. Change me, divine beloved, into one who knows without question my own beauty, worthiness, and desirability. Let me remember constantly who I am, love itself in a temporary human form. Amen. And so it is. And then we have sacred self. I know I am love. You see how that flowed right into the next one? Change me, divine beloved, into one who knows my true worth in every moment. Let me experience that I am love. My own sacred self will always draw kindred spirits. I was just trying to remember. I think there was a part also when I was meditating this morning, just feeling myself, my own energy, and kind of drawing that in, and then like connecting with everything, so that inhaling and drawing everything in, exhaling and connecting to everything, but feeling more like my energy's coming inward, but it still contains all those people in my closest circles, and then maybe there's a little more in that's just me. Just thoughts. Okay, the next one is attachment. I release all attachments. Okay. So change me, divine beloved, into one who trusts that the perfect relationship always arrives on time. Let me feel worthy and deserving of love. Okay, I release all attachments. Change me, this one bears repeating. Change me, divine beloved, into one who trusts that the perfect relationship always arrives on time. Let me feel worthy and deserving of love. Amen. And so it is. And heart. You see how these all flow together? We have to let go of those attachments so we can really open to true love and our true essence. And let go of anything that's not love. Heart. I allow love to lead. Change me, divine beloved, into one who can allow love to lead my life. May I offer myself completely to the highest, so all may occur as needed. Grant me peace and contentment wherever I am. Use me for the greatest good. Amen. And so it is. And so we remember our true essence. And let's get a reading from A Course in Miracles, which I'm just going to open to whatever wants to speak to us today from A Course in Miracles. Being mindful of my dogs out there. Ooh, this is a good one. Lesson 95. I am one self united with my Creator. I may not read all of it because it's a little long, but we'll get to the good stuff. Today's idea accurately describes you as God created you. You are one within yourself and one with Him, her, they. Yours is the unity of all creation. Your perfect unity makes change in you impossible. You do not accept this and you fail to realize it must be so only because you believe that you have changed yourself already. You see yourself as a ridiculous parody on God's creation, weak, vicious, ugly, and sinful, miserable, and beset with pain. Such is your version of yourself, divided into many warring parts, separate from God, and tenuously held together by its erratic and capricious maker to which you pray. It does not hear your prayers, for it's deaf. It does not see the oneness in you, for it's blind. It does not understand you are the Son of God, for it is senseless and understands nothing. We will attempt today to be aware only of what can hear and see and what makes perfect sense. We will again direct our exercises toward reaching your one self, which is united with its creator. In patience and in hope, we try again today. Okay, so that connects me with what I teach, which is self-mastery and integration, spiritual integration. So spiritual integration is knowing that all parts of you are one and harmonizing and making peace with all parts of yourself, which goes along really nicely with internal family systems, which is a model for therapy, and family constellations, which is a model for working with all of the parts of yourself. And I do that. So it's really cool. Okay, so we're just going to get to the end where there's like a little prayer. I am one self, united with my creator, at one with every aspect of creation, and limitless in power and in peace. Amen. You are one self with me, united with our creator in this self. I honor you because of what I am and what he is, they are, we are, who loves us both as one. Amen. And so it is, and so we remember. We are all connected in God's love and peace and joy. Okay, so let's see what comes up in the Light Seers Tarot that we might need to look at. What are some shadow aspects of ourselves? Ooh, I think we're going to do archetype cards today too. Just maybe one or two, because I have an appointment today, so I have to be mindful of the time. Okay. Oh, this is what was on top, the child wounded, which goes with Chiron energy, but let's see what we get. Okay, so what energy wants to be seen today and acknowledged? The Hermit. Okay. Let's actually just do that. So the Hermit seeks solitude to focus intently on inner life, and it serves our personal creativity. And right now I do feel like that energy is kind of drawing in. Shadow attributes are it withdraws from society out of fear or negative judgments of others, refusing to help those in need. Okay, so we have both of those parts. And whatever part is coming up for you, just look at it and acknowledge it and give it some space. So the other day I was working with my Hermit. That's so funny. I didn't actually realize it was my Hermit that I was working with. But she was in the woods, and she's also my warrior, and she's also like, she likes being alone, and she likes doing everything on her own, and she's a survivor, and she pushes for everybody else's survival. She's very tied to my Aquarius energy, I think. But I was working with her because she works really hard to help everybody else, and she was out of balance. She was way out of balance, and she's in survival mode, so she thinks that she has to do everything herself. So I just, as part of internal family systems, you kind of like have these visualizations of these parts, and you just get to know them. So I invited her into my experience, and I invited myself into her experience, and I said, let's spend some time together. Let's get to know each other. So we're getting to know each other. She's like my imaginary friend, and she was in the forest. She was cooking and building a fort so she could live there. And I told her that we actually have a really nice house, so she might not want to put so much energy into that fort. But we're kind of getting to know, and we're kind of harmonizing and integrating. And so I invite you to try that with your Hermit energy, whatever it looks like for you, or whatever's coming up in you. Don't label it and get all crazy about it. Just whatever's coming up for you. Okay, so let's see what the tarot cards want to tell us, and what tarot cards want to come out. I was going to do a Celtic cross, but I don't know if I have time for that, so we're just going to see whatever cards want to come up, and then we can make a story of them, or we can get the story from them. Ooh, we got the Star, the Tower, the Six of Swords, the Page of Wands, and the Seven of Pentacles. This is great energy for today. I can see how it goes. Okay, so our star is calling us. There's something that's calling to us. The Tower is crumbling around everything that's not real. I think that goes really a lot with the energy today. And we're going on this spiritual journey where we have to leave some stuff behind. But we're taking what is important with us, which is I think what I was feeling this morning when I was like connecting with my closest circle. Like, these are the people that I want to take with me no matter where I'm going. And even if it's just their energy and they're in a different physical location, I want to stay connected to these people through my love and my light. And whatever it is that I'm doing, I want to stay connected. And then the Page of Wands is this new energy. We're starting something new. Some new sort of project is starting, and that's like exciting energy. And but we've also been like, there is a part of us that's been working on this, and we haven't really seen much. But it has been growing, and we're going to start to see that growth as the Seven of Pentacles. So, okay. So we've been planting seeds, but now we're going to actually get to start doing what we want to do. So that's what I'm getting from these cards. And I'm just going to do one more from Getting in the Vortex. Because this is the part about creation, co-creation. So how can we align and co-create? How can we work with spirit to co-create? Oops, we got 2 cards. And they are, oh, 3, we got 3. I intend to see the best in everyone. You see, that was actually, I feel like this goes along with the Course in Miracles reading. Knowing that we all are God's sons, daughters, children, brothers, sisters. You can never consistently motivate anybody to anything. But when you see the best of them and you go over to where your version of the best of them is, and you align with that and offer one signal, now you are part of the inspiration you see. Have you ever had the experience yourself when someone sees you and loves you and expects the best of you? Do you not shine in ways you never shined before? And do you not find it really hard to shine when another does not look for the best in you? Yeah, that's beautiful. Okay, I'll envision the behavior I desire to inspire. Ooh, see how they go together? If we were a parent or anyone wanting to inspire positive behavior from another, we would do our personal vibrational work first. We would align with our source energy by envisioning the outcome we seek and by holding those involved as positive objects of our attention. This is our work. We would not allow any current unwanted behavior to be the reason for our attention to them. Okay, that's beautiful. And I am a vibrational being, vibrationally emanating desires. You live in a vibrational universe that is managed by the law of attraction. The law of attraction is bringing vibrations that are alike together, and so it is important for you to acknowledge that you are vibrational beings, constantly emanating vibrational signals of desire. And when, from your human form, you offer a vibration of what you want, because you know what you don't want, so you know what you do want, you cannot contemplate any subject without equal components of wanted and unwanted appearing vibrationally in your experience. So you want to move towards what you want, but still envision whoever is in your closest circle the highest for them. They may not, they may not want it now, but you can keep seeing it and you don't have to stay in their stuck energy. You keep moving towards where you want to go. And sometimes we might have to leave people behind, which is very difficult, I know. But we can always hold them in the highest light and hold their, the behavior that, envision the behavior that you desire to inspire. and still keep seeing the best of them. And you never know what could happen. Okay, so I'm going to have to end today's reading, but just so you know, that was from the Getting Into the Vortex by Esther and Jerry Hicks. And so it is, and so you remember that whatever you see today, try to see the best in everyone. But acknowledge what is there. You don't ignore what's there. Acknowledge what's there, and still be able to see the higher self, and move where you need to move to keep your energy sacred and whole. Move where you're guided. Follow your inner star, your inner light. Amen. And so it is, and so we remember.